Charles Street has always been a young person's building. It's always been held by young people. So originally, pre-1976, it was squatted by young people. They called themselves the White Panthers. And in about 1976, some worthy councillors got worried about what those young people were doing in 58 Charles Street, in that derelict building. And they wrote to the Welsh office, who gave them the money to employ a detached youth worker. And at that point, a charity was formed. The charity was actually called Cardiff Community Concern at that time. But Cardiff Community Concern's job was to look after the welfare of young people in the city centre of Cardiff. We now have a unitary authority, and we're very much tied to the youth services and the county council. The charity still exists, and the charity is headed up by young people and by those worthy trustees and councillors again.
Well, firstly, it provides people with an environment where they don't always have to be consuming things. It's not all about money. It's like, especially when you're young, you don't have money to go to the cinema all the time or go to fancy coffee bars or wine bars and stuff. And Grassroots is good because you can just come in here and just sit here and chat to people, and it's very relaxed, and you don't constantly have to be doing something, all the time.
It's somewhere I can go if everything's getting too much for me, and I can just be here and be myself, and I haven't got to put on any airs or graces. I can just be myself, and that's what I need sometimes.
It's very important to have a place where you can just come and be welcomed as well. Doesn't matter what you look like, whether you're tall, skinny, fat, short, you know what I mean? Anyone can come here and be positive and do positive things. And you can talk to people if you're stressed or upset about something, whether you've got alcohol abuse and drug abuse, and that is very important. So I think it's good that you can come somewhere and be acceptable, whatever your background and surroundings are, ethnic origin, whatever.
Alright, so we went on to, why do people have underage sex?
You think it's going to be this amazing thing, but it's not. It's a bit overrated.
Wow.
It's a big anti-climax.
Underage thing, yeah.
Because the legal age is 16, right? But you've got people that, who's to say that before that you're not ready? Who's to say at that age you are ready? Some people aren't mentally ready for that at the age of 16, but some people, my mate was looking after her mum from the age of 4. She was grown up by the time she was 10. Of course, she's going to be ready then. And
girls feel very, very disappointed and concerned about when a boy is in a position where he feels uninterested after sex.
It's a natural thing for the male side to just get it. Once it's done and go away. It's inbred in our minds. It's like a natural thing.
It's very different as well, and the orgasm is different for men and women as well, extremely different.
Sex is a lot more emotional for women, isn't it, than men?
That's why men are always brainy when they're having sex, because they're connected to a genius.
Well, basically, when I first came to Grassroots, I was a homeless person. It was about a year and a half ago, and I didn't have anywhere to live. And I'd met a few people on the streets, and they told me about Grassroots. So I came in to meet them one day, and he introduced me to Paul and other people, and they just helped me find a hostel to move into. And basically, I never left.
Young people under 25 got so many problems and so many things affecting their lives. So many things are changing in their lives at that point that they need someone to talk to. They need someone who they can relate to, who maybe's got a little bit more experience than them and who can maybe advise them. And I think the biggest function we've got as a charity is to make friends with young people and then to show them what positive options there are in their lives and how to take control of their own lives and how to progress from some bad situations they're into much better positions.
Come to Grassroots, it's just given me more of a sense of self, because I know that I can come here just to get away from things, or just to relax, or just chill out with my friends, and it's just a good place to be, really.
it's helped me with my confidence problem, helped me with eating disorders, and when I've had problems with guys in relationships, it's helped out then. So
I'd describe Grassroots as a positive organisation which helps young people find out what their talents are and helps them develop. It keeps people off the street, basically. It gives them something to do and they're getting help at the same time. Like, it's just good all around. Like, I think it's great, personally.
Some young people come to Grassroots and because their situations are bad, because their understanding of themselves and their own possibilities is not very good, they may just come to Grassroots and be here for a long time before they even say hi in a polite or proper way. But they're given the time to do that. One of the biggest skills that young people learn here is to do with communication. How to say what your situation is, how to ask for what you want, and how to achieve the things that you need to. And that demands talking to any kind of person, whether it's somebody in authority over you, including your school teacher or the policeman, to how to get a job. I think the biggest thing we offer is friendship and someone to talk to, but the building is packed with opportunities. The workshops are developed from all those IT services which are taking over the world at the moment. So within the video department and the music department and the computer and graphics department, we're all IT linked, and there are the possibilities of creating almost anything through the IT business, as well as some very practical kind of things like how do you play a guitar.
I've done, I don't know, there's been music things, there's been, film, video, art, whatever, everything. It's good.
I'm going to be getting involved with the Grassroots benefit gig, which I'm looking forward to. It's in the Welsh Club. And I'm going to be singing in that.
When I first came to Grassroots, I just arrived in Cardiff. I was homeless. I was staying on an ex-girlfriend's sofa and I was suffering from depression. When I came to Grassroots, I got involved with the music department quite heavily. Suki showed me lots of production skills and helped me get a lot of my ideas produced and finished, which was great. I really enjoyed that. And then soon afterwards I was involved with the film department and I had a few ideas for films there. Carol put me onto a creative writing course, which then my piece of work got developed into a film, and that went on to win an award with the Pixel Awards, which I was really happy with. I achieved 2 OCN certificates in the music department in production skills, and also 2 OCN certificates in the film department in production and editing.
Music has always been a key part of Grassroots. Super Furries, Catatonia, Mannix all recorded their first demos here. Presently, with the help of the lottery, we run a project for young bands that offers them a promotional package of a demo CD, a DVD, with all artwork and packaging absolutely free.
Baby, you got me going crazy. And if you want it, you better come again. 'Cause good love is hard to find.
Does anybody really understand? Fires in the loser's hand. And everywhere we go, no one seems to know. we're all falling down.
Another success has been our yearly Battle of the MCs competition. This year we ran local heats all over Cardiff with a jam-packed final at the Toucan Club. In all, about 450 young people got involved.
The number of young people that come into this building and progress through it to go out as fully functioning citizens of Cardiff and of South Wales, that could be a function enough. But you have to look at some of the added value things that Grassroots is producing, particularly for the city centre of Cardiff. We have an outreach team at Grassroots that is looking for young people who are lost in the city centre, who may be coming from outside of Cardiff, who may be from the peripheral estates, but they need to be helped into better situations. This has an added value for the whole of the city centre.
We've got an advice and information worker, we've got a male and a female worker there, so you can get an advice and information.
We advise young people about the way that they treat other people, about ethics, about morals. Sometimes it's considered a success when, not that young people get a job, or that they go on to university, or they go on to college or a training course somewhere, but that they haven't committed a crime for 3 months. This is some of the added value of Grassroots.
I've worked in the coffee bar like a lot over the last 2 years, and taught me how to cook basically, and on a budget, which is really, really useful for me. And it generally gets really good life skills just through working in the coffee bar itself.
Well, at the minute I'm a volunteer in the advice room where I just assist Paul in whatever he does, and I can set up my own little workshops and things like that to help people out. And I also give advice in housing, homelessness, money, with dealing with the job centre and things like that.
Almost everything that happens in this building happens because young people have made it happen. So we need to give young people the responsibilities that make those things happen. So young people get the opportunities to make decisions within Grassroots, to decide what the programme should be. Then we expect them to progress as people who look after other young people in a kind of peer support function.
It stopped me being lazy basically, because before I used to just stay in and stay in bed all day, and now I come into Grassroots, I'm training now. It's helped me find jobs and places to live. I've had to move around quite a lot, in my situation, but every time it's come across where I have to move, Grassroots has always been there to help me find somewhere, and it's just been a good influence on me basically. Currently I've just started on a foundation course to youth and community, which will basically give me direct access onto the university course in September, which is just quite amazing.
Yeah, it's been real positive. It helped me through my rough times. It found me a place to live, and it's given me confidence to start my own ideas and take them off the ground.
It's also good because it links people with their community and gets people involved in projects in their local community, which is always a good thing because it means you get a better sense of belonging to where you live and stuff, which is fantastic for people's self-esteem and things. You know, doing something that's maybe a bit better than just sort of sitting in the pub all day and stuff. And I generally think it's a really, really positive scheme, and it does a lot for young people in general.
Many of the staff at Grassroots through the years, many of the paid staff at Grassroots have been clients of Grassroots. We all act as a team. We are a family here. We all come together and we all pull together. We all listen to each other. We're all well trained and we're committed. Committed young people, committed staff members and committed trustees.
Everyone's just great here, basically. Can't fault them.
Grassroots, yeah!